Biamana kigimo mwancho morigelia wa television ya Ndizi TV mara wengi anainde. Tukumra na semesege lero lituko ya Jumamosi chinga kibono tuatiria matukama kigima tasoya sobochori abanene umwaka w'ikiri 2022. Bono kero lituko ya Jumamosi no maite bono botambe niyo tukumra na semesege na koletera mangana magiyana bwigo tumanye goso somurubiri lya bweke umurubiri mokonkigima umurubiri uwo mangana siasa noro morobyo monene kigima sorgo nkorwa gusi asiji TV ichuro konkorwa gusi nonya ni radio bono ninkwariganitia mange ari basaki baito babiri bakobekeramu kurwa lituko lya gachagite wikabono ekyombeke mo kyabangina abanyakonda niko kyarobo konyi ujase nyumba yabana bali no kugania kwa bwene bono muwaziri bw'obulendi bw'emu Mosque Fred Matiang'i nigalingeme county ya Nyamira constituency ya North Mugirango na boigo ki siasa bono ni gebwate tensa za campaign cha Kenya kwanza na boigo azimio la umoja abo balenze mu ya motukigi makwane kyabuna nigo baikiranirie egokora chi campaign cyabo elito jotso sobochori obonene bole bosio biamono kigima bono asomurobelio obweke umbuli tukuri lero muna kwaberego kuri metanda yitona boigo balitokora bwemere mugaba biri bagotebya nigotole noyo kuriyekego kyubo senator kurwase county ya Kisii nigamanyikane tumna honorable James Omingo Magara ya kuriyekego kyubo senator na niga kabere omubunge kurwase Semelia South Mugirango bono ngo Charles message tukwanira mange igoro ya yero manyene ngikiagerete agatiga kubulyo obunge kurwase Semelia na kosoa se kuriyekego kyubo senator ayubo no mwanchu murigiria na ro tukwanira emaragoba ya bono asige kagi Chinsa ibire kurubono Chinsa Isato goika Chinsa Isano chabutuko nigo bono ne aliganire kigima na boigo na balitoko bwatera na barobo elikoletera mangana Amayia senkira yobe kirano na boigo maga yaye omurobulyo obweke umbo bono tintete gukora kinga kichinyinge togenda se studio ya kabere tokoirena na mangana Amayia senkira yobe kirano Uya kigima mwancho murigiria oliogo nkonya gukoletera mangana Amayia senkira yumuntu wagwimanyirilyo nigamanyikane tumna Joshua Auta inche nigonkorwa John Kebati mangana Amayia nigotuko ya chaka asekyombeke mo kyabangina abanyakonda kemanyikane tumna Gusi Women Contractors and Suppliers Association kurwase county ya Kisii nelia county ya Nyamira nigobono baikirana siskuru yemo manyikane tumna Kisii Special School kurwa obokonyi gukwana no munyakero gobwe board ye skuru yo nigo batebre buna egetambukire kineki ya kyaberege koirwa na nigo basabiri abana siasa bali bakubuli birogo ao kwerwa na guikanseme yo na kurwa obokonyi buli buganirie uchiya sabana bali bubwate okugania kwa bwene omusakito Frida Kirubo na bwatoroboti ruo asenchire yobikirano
ekiombe gya Gusi Women Contractors and Suppliers Association korwa county ya Nyamira na boigo Kisii nigo batalira eskuru ya Kisii Special erwo korwa obokonyi
I'm happy, so happy today.
Omanyakero gobwe body eskuru yo David Sagero nigaira nelimbia mono ase kyombekyo korwa obokonyi na boigo gosaba abarai agwesokia asobonge na boigo kubakonya
kale gwanjo kwabo na bana bange mbali chinka na ntu kuburia abaibuli bali babwata abana mona babarete skuru ne chiga egera sebranya ro konyeka na muna moigule kurwa saba minto skuru ebwate obokongu obonge bachi kurwase okurendwa shindagera abako kurwa balimu tubate bayisaine abantu bako bakonya abayigomba bayisaine komuranche to kubarenga mbyabono bali mwachaga iga ekyombeke ya women Kisii Women Supplies and Construction kurwa bakisi na Nyamira asoko bano moyoyo bogo kochaba kutokonya mwatorere chindagera abana bagokire batelire bamotogirio monene nani saba sini na abandi muri sikumurarore munabono ntoko uyu minto mweshimiwa mumoima otokonye se skuru ye mono na ruto inyura na abandi inchuime egere motokonye
omwalimu omonene bwe skuru eyo gichabanya ngau nigo agokera omurobeli yo asebenyoreri bagalia bene gosanga endagera nigo boigo aerera emechando bagwetera anene mono ase skuru eyo etagitiri
lero nabere no mogoko monene gusanga nabangi nababeke ombeke iga bagunga gusi Women Contractors Association batokonyerega iga baretera abana chindagera bashaire na baragwe binywewa barire na baragwe mbegati abana baito bakore pono sana ande mbiya mono sana asokweru mwerure mutaito cha kutubagajera orobago rwito ga ubuyayiga ubagajire ubuyayiga ege korekero mwana ya masokere kure skuruma igo toko sieke skuru abana bo speaker monto soka uchenjere nga korigio mwana uri ya muzi bakakatumuirani igo tobere no mogoko monene igo toko sabondo uri skogago ubwate nkore iyo okonya acho inia bangi naba mocha mogake mokonya abana mbia mono sana
gukwana no munyakiombe oyomo nigairaniri mbia mono ase emirimo bagokora elio koeneki obokoreri obuya na boigo gosaba abarwaneri agwesokia na gokonya eskuru iyo
Itukoria rero muna muroche maega yane twatire korora abana abare challenged twacha kubakwania ende torore mahitaji yabo na raria stoko nyara gokonya as part of mentorship yaito tunyare ko batoko bakonya abana aba muna bo baroche mbabwate michando hao nyakobwa mono mbatakire muna uniform cyabo kinyare ko ba chikorosi guchiko bachingia chindagira banyare ko bakoegwa e perimeter wall mwate brunga security te yogaiga etogo sabaiga gusokugania gwaito ekoreiga kiro muntu amenyo bogimo buya togo saba no nyambari abakuri gicikura isiko gari onye mukonyara moche murigereria abana aba asimura abakonye anda sinini na intuntu akere nyasaye ngambi ya mono
Frida Kerubo, Ndizi TV.
Biamono kigima Frida Kerubo soroboti urwo. Urabono kero tugendete na mangana maya nigo tukuru county ya Kisii na kuenda guikasi county ya Nyamira asomo waziri bw'oburendi bw'ime musike Fred Matiang'i litukulia lero nigalinke ase constituency ya North Mugirango ensensemo ya Sorurwe asalingi kanisa ya Masate biribuna serikali terigochia ekolimie metandao ya Facebook buna yabeteke gotebwa bwo nekiombekelikya NCIC nchinga kicho nigaburirie abamenyikuru wa county yo ya Nyamira koirege tambukero na bohigo egusira serikali.
We are a mature government. We have gone through all this. Criticism is a way of life and we're used to it. Sometimes, when citizens criticize us, it's okay. That's what they're supposed to do. Because, we cannot imagine, we're not leading animals. We're leading people, human beings, who also have ideas. Some of them have ideas that may be even better than our own. So we work in a democratic setup. We will not interfere with social media. We are not going to interfere with the internet just because of elections. Abana bantu bonza bantu bami twese n'abantu abamoto ndoze kwetana toko bunuburayi n'uburayi toko buna utaka kitabise tutari gaiga cyo kwata na jingoma waka bantu bamindo osaba tebiyo ngajoro rwanuje ujoro rwanuje twese n'abandi gaiga n'umuhako yonde buna tobeka ni ko rumata babekire gatigari gaki komoloje ngandoro aba usina matagetengo Umoja yetinga tobe ya roho tuna kubwa tulijabu na hindi koso wali kwa itongo chekora ba usema nakali kwa
Omubunge bwe constituency ya North Mugirango Josh Nyamoko uyibwe gona ndo kurigiye keroge kyo kwetera sikia makejude nigo aralirie na kuburia abakenya bonsi kuraliyo mulembe chinga kichi tuligereti obocholi obonene yakijini atebiruna anyale koegwa libagari ya kabere elio anyale gwikirania ali ataraikirania ase chinga ki ichintunda ya yentangani
longest ballot paper 17 members of parliament constituency the day you want abantu bangana abo ni intutweka for us history abantu ba North Mugirango 17 members followed by Kajiado North. I think Kajiado East or Kajiado North. Igo tigato kole nene tobe ko molembo monene kare gru montara ambuleta maisa de ko manana constituency le wata banda bangi. Baba tebo malita no bara musika no bara musika yo no ara. Ntomo iskuru wa nonde bwezi. Ndo wata na boyo. Era bantu ba chire mwako na ngora elinde musabe. 9 days from now yetu akikura tuchoro mujumbo yomo tuchoro women rep yomo tuchoro MMC yomo ili ni batakolele gasi igo tunaombea mema nyote bali mukoboli
gotigana no roboti urwo abaliki bamangana majyane ne mono bali abakurikira igoro yamangana yicukura nigo babolirie abanasiasa gotiga ko bagosereria gukwana rero imiji county ya Nairobi nigo bamuchiriye banasiasa bali abagukwana mangana atali amaya guchi asabaliki anana mono chinga kijituligereti asobo cholio banene.
We want to call on the political class and their supporters to immediately stop profiling, harassing, and intimidating journalists in the course of their duty. Aggrieved parties should channel their grievances to relevant organs, including the Media Council Complaints Commission. That one has been set up and it is operational. So if you have any beef, if you have any problem with whatever journalist you think from any part of the country, please register that complaint. We do not want you to call your goons on these journalists. We want you to go through the processes that have been laid down. And these processes are going to make sure that the person who is involved, because we're not saying that everybody is a saint, those that are involved, there are actions that are going to be taken against them.
Omuwaziri w'ewizara y'egisemi omusiike Professor George Magoha niga abuulirye bali abatenete ekisukuru egosika ky'eddiini ekyakira omworokya. Magoha nigo alengekera kwa nayo ase county ya Nandi ase sukuru ya Namugoyi ekero agenderete kuligererya obwagachi bw'ebirasi biri bya CBC ayo niga agocha magega ya Magoha komo kigwasengana abaga gokwana gukyasomulirikyo yomo bwamangana maya kobwatikana n'eddiini haye.
Should be removed from school because of wearing a headgear, whether that headgear is a Muslim hijab or a Christian sister's attire or an Akorino turban or a Sikh turban. I am informed that there are still a few schools that are harassing children because of the manner they dress and sometimes discriminating against them. Can we agree that the circular that was issued by the permanent secretary or the principal secretary, Dr. Julius Juan, on my instructions, and those instructions I got from His Excellency the President, therefore the policy instructions, must be obeyed. We are not asking you to kindly obey them, you must obey them.
Igotikana nayo omuliki obutambe ase wizara y'obuchenu musubati Susan Muchache nigo nkiranire nabo igo gukumeria ogukina kw'ebinyinyi by'enyamureo gati y'abana bali gati y'emyaka 10 goika 15 asante bilibuna nigo ababwatani bonsi bwente gochamo eli gukura omuchando yo niga yakwa nayo imeye county ya Kiambu asomo yigo yomo bugukwanira igoro yamangana y'obuchenu.
Tunajua wako katika hali ya kujiuza mwili na ndio inawakuwa exposed sasa kupata HIV is 7,592 adolescent girls. Hao ni wasichana peke yake between 15 and 19. Na hapa Kiambu mwaka uliopita tulikuwa na cases 16,476 ya GBV. Na hiyo imeongezeka by 91%, kuonesha kwamba jamii imepotea mwelekeo kabisa.
Omurai bwense ya Kenya musike Uhuru Kenyatta nigo togira omurai bwense ya Angola Joao Lourenco asomo kyabiriga kobeka eliyokora tubwa matubuya gatigensi ya Rwanda na DR Congo. Uru nigo yakwa nayo ase amagacho y'enyumba y'oburai ya State House imiyo mu Nairobi ekeranyo roboti rwabene kurwa sumurai bwense yo orurwaretwa n'umuambassador bwense yo Tebe Antonio. Oyo kabire mugavana bwi county ya Nairobi omusike Mike Sonko nigo bono asoire bene asobo mu bulia bwa Kenya Kwanza gukwana litukulia rero nigo Sonko atebiruna nigirite gitambukire kyo kubwatekana n'emichandiri ya beriga gwetera asobo mu bulia bwa Azimio la Umoja One Kenya nigo ayakwana yo litukulia rero imeye county ya Kitui.
Na mimi ndio niliambia Governor Sonko ni rafiki yangu sana. Wewe wacha kuzungushwa wakikutumia. Wewe ni hustler, kuja kwa mahustler wenzako. Na ukiona Sonko amekuja kwa Dr. William Samoei Ruto, hata ujue Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka hayuko hape huko yuko, si ndio? Kwa hivyo hata yako kwa barabara, si ndio? Akikuja huku tumkaribishe. Aingie UDA, aingie Kenya Kwanza.
Watu wetu wa Kitui muendelee kutuombea. Na muombea Kalonzo Musyoka, Mungu aniguse vile amenigusa mimi nikafunguka macho.
Chinga kiecho muraibu mubwazi bwa Kenya Kwanza musike William Ruto ni gobono nera mochia obomo bwazimio la umoja negoteba buna nigo botabu atikirinka siburoche na kumubulia Kalonzo Musyoka kwera libagerio na kubwatisia ensemo ya Kenya Kwanza ekiagara nigara chiekoegwa egetari asensemeyo na taligo chiagokorerwa chinkwana ose interview na betega gokorerwa asensemo ya Azimio.
So unaona hii watu ya handshake, so wameenda wakatesa Sonko. Sonko ameenda Nairobi akaomba kiti, akafanya bidii, akachaguliwa. Hawa majamaa wa handshake wakakuja wakaangaisha Sonko mpaka wakamtoa. Wakaenda wakamdanganya ati tutafanya, mwisho wakamfukuza tena. Wakamwambia ati toka Nairobi enda Mombasa. Sonko amefika Mombasa, amezungushwa mpaka jana ameambiwa wewe kwenda. Sasa nimemwambia Sonko wacha kuhangaika, wacha tu mimi kuja tufanye kazi pamoja. Tufukuze hii watu. Tuko pamoja. Na tafadhali Kalonzo akipitia hapa mwambie apate salamu kutoka Hasla. Na mwambieni ya kwamba hii serikali tunaunda na nyinyi, Kalonzo atakuwa na nafasi kwa hiyo serikali. Na hakuna mtu atakuja kumfanyia interview. Si ndio? Hatuwezi kumfanyia interview, tunamjua. Na tunamjua kama senior counsel. Sijui kama tunaelewana. Tafadhali mtamwambia rafiki yako William Ruto hana shida. Anasema tuunde hii serikali. Sasa nyinyi watu wa Mwingi ni waulize. So mmesikia ati kitendawili anasema ati Ukristo ni kasumba. Huyo kitendawili ni wazimu ama si wazimu? Ati anatuambia ati atamaliza kasumba ya Ukristo Kenya. Wewe bwana kitendawili unacheza na Mungu. Kwani Ukristo ni kasumba? Lakini sawa tu. Tutakutana naye mbele. Si namna hiyo? Watu wa Mingi naomba kwa unyenyekevu jameni, nimekuja kuomba kura yenu. Munisaidie tufanye hii kazi pamoja. Mwingi, hebu nione kama mtanipatia kura zenu, nipatie kura zenu. Arambe.
Chinga kecho murai wiki ya makia waipo musike Kalonzo Musyoka nere niga iraneirie ng'aniyo ya Ruto na kumatebya bunere niga isanegete no kobera sobo mobulia bwazimio la umoja One Kenya.
Najihisi niko karibu sana na jamii ya Maa, na ndivyo baba Raila alivyo, anaelewa shida zote. Hizi siku zimesalia, and I normally don't want to talk personal, lakini mnaruhusu niseme hii. Raila ameenda, not Raila William Ruto amekuwa mwingi nyumbani kwangu leo. Akaanza kunitetea, anajifanya yeye ni wakili yangu. Akasema Kalonzo amedanganywa na Raila. Kalonzo amedanganywa. Jana aliongea kwa hasira sana upande wa Kapsabet. Karibu anafanya incitement. Akimwambia rais ambaye ni boss wake Uhuru Kenyatta, anamwambia leave me alone. Mimi nataka nimwambie Ruto, please leave Kalonzo alone.
Agara tugendrete na mangana siasa oyukuriye kirogo ky'uburaibu enshigwetire sekiama kya UDA na bwo muraibu maburia bwa Kenya Kwanza muske William Ruto ni gomo chiriye muske Raila Odinga sogotaikirana chinkwana kirya bete chikwaliganirwa ni nyomba cy'uburaria Ruto oyolengia se county ya Kitui ni gatebire buna Raila Odinga ni go abetega komobwa na taikirana nti chinkwana ekyo elianya goteya ba Kenya ebirenga byaye.
Mtu ametoroka. Huyo mtu anaweza kuwa commander in chief kweli? Mtu muoga anatetemeka akisikia William Ruto anamraia anatetemeka. Atawezana na Al-Shabaab? Mimi nauliza nyinyi watu wa Mwingi. Na unajua alisema nini? Ati alisema sitaki kwenda debate kwa sababu niko na shida na William Ruto. Mimi namwambia bwana kitendawili, please be honest. Sema ukweli. Wewe umeogopa debate kwa sababu ile maswali nilikuwa nimekupangia. Na ulijua uwezi kujibu. Na uwezi kukana wale wamekusponsor. Na tena nikuulize, hata kama uko na shida na mimi, na Wakenya milioni 30 walikuwa wanangojea hiyo debate, uko na shida gani na wao?
Biamono kigima abarai ao baria bakomoko boko muskira ila Odinga ni goba mwichirie mukonyi bumura iwense muski William Ruto asichinkwa na chiaye chiabetega gukwana abuli tukule igoro ase atebrebuna nigo kitali chinkwa na chire chingia gochia asumura iwense na bwigo ne serikali yense ya Kenya.
Nimemsikia Ruto jana akisema kwenye advertisement yake kuwa baada ya miaka 59 baada ya uhuru mambo mengi sana ya Kenya yameharibika. Ni kweli vijana wetu hawana kazi na kuna shida nyingi, lakini my friend, wewe umesahau ulikuwa kwenye serikali kutoka 1992. Si ni kweli hiyo? 92 mpaka 2002 ni miaka 10, mpaka 12 ni miaka 20, mpaka 2022 ni miaka 30. Kama mambo yameharibika, you are responsible.
Hii mambo ya vitisho, nauliza William Samoei Ruto na watu yake wawache. Ili Uhuru anaondoka anaenda nje, watoto yake watakuwa safe na every Kenyan will be safe in the hands of Raila Amolo Odinga. Mwisho, mnasikia? Mimi ni mzee. Mwisho, wa Kenya mwanze saa hii musoe sauti ya Raila Amolo Odinga.
Uhuru hayuko kwa debe tarehe 9. Yule mtu wako kwa debe ni Raila Amolo Odinga. Tumeelewana? Ya pili, mimi nataka kuambia huyu jamaa wacha kutisha wa Kenya.
Wancho murigeria wana nigo togosola sensemeria yechigosoli na nigo tukumanyiko mna magiga yechigosoli igotrini gwako gwategana no gwateka kuburiri bwa COVID-19 bono nigo chabere chikwiranirwa bwango kigimana nigo cyachakire echo ne giskuru osichigosoli kiri yachi giskuru kiri secondary musakito ndemo Steven nigo atwaligeniri roboti ruwa sinkira yubikirano.
Magaye ndwari ya COVID-19 konyora gosoa imense ya Kenya so mwaka wechiri bwivere na merongevere nigo chigosoli chiskuru chanyarete gotenena okoba machika COVID-19 nari gotango gosanga kwa bantu abange.
For the past 2 years when we have our sports were cancelled off because of the COVID situation, actually we felt like the boys were always in class. So this kind of breaking monotony outside here was not created. So there was something which was not okay.
Yenigo yakole togosanga kwa boro kigubechi secondary ao eya irerete barabuko bekera simase chinsa chintambe. Wetero kubwatirana no gosema negati abwatani bechi gosoli chichi skuru amuna abateneri bechi semi nigo chigosoli chuchanyalire koirana chigosoli chiemepira.
For true, it has been a challenge, and we've been yearning for the sports to come back. I want to state this, that the terms calendar have been very short and brief. It's 10 weeks. So the pressure on the students on academics has been very high. So the aspect of bringing back the co-curricular activities will help to refresh the students' mind, so at least they will get engagement. So as we also pump knowledge in class, they also come to the field to refresh. It helps them at least to refresh and continue. So we don't expect much of the student unrest because their minds are occupied, not only in class, but also in sports.
Chigosoli echu nigo chiareto mochengo manena saboro kiwa ubono bwato gosanga kwa benene chiskuru chinde amona kwegoki.
I have just enjoyed the day, and the best thing I've enjoyed today is that we have met with other students from other schools, and we have been in class for a long time, just going to games, learning, but it was very rare to interact with other students. Yes, that's the thing which has amazed me today. it has made me happy.
Eskuru ya Kisii School amona Nyanchwa Boys ngati eskuru chako letebu ya korwe zone ya Gatembe ase chigosoli chienkoyo na volleyball.
Yes. My name is Collins Kiplimo. I'm from Kisii School and I'm playing volleyball. In terms of games, we thank our Ministry of Games and Sports for giving us this opportunity to endure in here. And from now we have been playing with Nyanjwa, and it was not a really good game. It was very hard and we were able to win. And from that, I tell my players that from now and then we will always win and we will be playing. And from the principal, I tell him thank you for supporting us, and my fellow students.
Igo Marieta Fred Magaka, my principal Kisii School, na inde omo coach kama gusige na kike gusi we team ya mura ya volleyball kwa kamba jamana sengencho bamura bana bakolere buya twabwire on niga turigirete ko genda se stage ende ya sub county so ja komena na school chi abera abanyangongo korwase chisono awao ndabongarete ko buli amura bana ko bakira jamana sengencho yo mucheso muya barokiri ndore tayari nina batete gutangasira bali bandi barari nga tomerane aseke nyanganyiro ya sub county na wanyene county ra kujibosyo moninya sa atokonya na atusenie. We are proud to be associated with this team.
Aba bwatani bechigosoli mechi skuru nigo basabire serikali gwetere wizara yechigosoli nechisemi konyara kubekemero bilira irani obwali bwechigosoli gati yechiskuru.
And we look forward even to next year when we now will go now full in terms of co-curricular activities, because we know in Kenya talent pays. We have quite a number of athletes and sportsmen who are brought to glory and who have even had a lot of investment in terms of investment in Kenya because of sports.
Our request could be that as we go back to normal term dates, if they could give us the official working days we do our sports, I think it will be okay. As much as we understand the term is very short, that is why the ministry opted that we use the TSC, we use the weekends. So we believe come January when we go back to our normal term dates, the sports should be able to resume during the normal working days.
What I can say is that the government should come back to this Academy of Talents. This is where we have young talents which can be nurtured and do better outside there, rather than having them going to the university level and pick them from there. But at this young level, if you pick these young people and you nurture them, they can be better than when they have grown up already.
As you can see, boys love sports, the girls love sports, and they have welcomed the sports with open arms. So it's our wish that as we move on to January, when our terms will be resuming back to normalcy, that the events will go on.
Kuripoteri Ndizi TV, Elietariane, Ndemo Steven.
Bia mono kigimo manchu murigiria bu television ya Ndizi TV, emargoba ya bono, wikiraga bundoche na nonkora mangana magikira chabirigide kemero ngebire na isano na ibire iguru ye Chinsa Isato chimargoba ya bono. Unana gotebia buli tangani Mheshimiwa James Omingo Magara uikirase ci studio chete mukroba ya bono na boigo nigo aliange kigima asika gitari getambi gure na ndibucha SMS eyinde tukwanira mange asomurubulyo bwekeumbu nigo tete komanye biringa byaye ninkiye kogera atagete koba umo senator ase county ya Kisii na boigo asarwe kurumaiga bilia nyarega gwikirania bilia taikiraniti ekraringe omo bunge wesemelia west ya South Mugirango kurwa matuko amagiga na boigo ndokwanira mange kubwatekana na mangana ya siasa ekera atigaire chi amatuko arengaya amatuko kiandoka na ratigaire ryoto ike kinga gitito kwa kachikura bono munere botambe namba yesi minere goroga bwo mabori ya onyatume buna botambe linde onyare ko mabori lya kwerera aliye kerarisko galia se agakoleji campaign chahe abantu nabange tokonyara ko muikera lakini kiraisira stega iga nabuko kwa nereye mase mu muburi riborio akoiranirie elio manyena nere